Anybody? Good evening. I am going to see if anybody pops on to join me this evening. So much information to share. Oh my goodness. It's been so busy. Hello to everyone. Hope you all are having a fantastic, what is this? Monday. Happy Monday. Hey, Glenda. Hello. How are you? Hope you're doing well. So guys, I wanted to hop on here, just share a couple of things with you. There's so much that's been going on. I have not been on Facebook Live in a minute, and it's honestly just been because I've been really busy. I have been busy with so much, and I'm going to share some of the busyness with you all because I miss coming on here and hopping on here, and honestly, I am extremely tired, and I am going to get ready and go to sleep really soon, but I'm tired. Glenda says, girl, she says, where is the ponytail? It was cute. Glenda, let me tell you something about that ponytail, honey. I had a headache today, and that ponytail, it was just a little too tight on the top of my head. So my wife picked me up, and as soon as I got in the car, I took that ponytail off. I love it. It's just something quick to do, but my head was hurting, so I had to take it off and stuff it in my purse. But thank you for my little Wakandan ponytail. Hey, Shanae. Hey, boo. I miss you, girl. Hello. All right, so hello for those of you who hopped on here. For everybody who doesn't know me, let me introduce myself to you right quick. So I am Siobhan Dotson. I am a professional makeup artist, and I am a beauty educator as well as a speaker, and just an all-around entrepreneur. I absolutely love using beauty as a tool to help women heal from some of their past hurts, their past traumas, by really encouraging them to implement some self-care, daily self-care, by teaching them a customized beauty routine that they can implement every day within the amount of time that they have, with the whatever they have in front of them that they have accessible to them, and really teaching them how to take that time and really affirm yourself every day. We go through daily affirmations. We go through what that 5 or 10 or 15 minutes can mean for you, how to set your intentions for today, how to create a really safe space for you to just take a breather sometimes. So I love to do that. And that is how I utilize my passion for beauty and empowerment to really just reach women. So, I love to always start out by telling everybody a little bit about who I am and what I do, because I have just been really busy, and a lot of the busyness has just been off of reflection and evaluation about kind of where I've been on this journey. Some of you have seen me from my, days when honestly, you guys, I first started really pursuing this whole freelance makeup artistry type of thing. And that was back in 2013 is when I decided that I wanted to try to make something out of my desire, my passion, and my love for makeup. Never in a million years would I have imagined that my desire and just that quest to want to be a makeup artist would have opened up a road for so many things for me. Really, just not even business wise, a lot of personal development, a lot of personal growth. I'm so excited that I've been able to share so much of myself with other people and just share my own personal experiences of growth and of development with the world, and just to see how much that has meant to so many people and how they've been able to take the information I've shared with them and implement it in their daily lives. So, really quick story. I work for, I work for a local government or whatever. And, if you work in a corporate world or in a really busy office setting, you just see people stressed out all the time. People hate going to work. Honey, they hate Mondays. People are living for Fridays. They hate Wednesdays. They hate Tuesdays. They hate Thursdays. And sometimes when you go in an office setting, it's like you can feel the negative energy in there. You can feel the tension brewing in a space. And I have become more and more in touch with myself as an empath and starting to understand some of the emotions that I feel, some of the, like the energies that I feel, because I can pick up on people's energies. I never used to know what that was until I started to grow personally. So I now work in kind of like a new setting where I'm in an office every day. And you guys, like, I go in there and people laugh at me. I have a diffuser with my essential oils. I go in there and I set my crystals up around my space, and I really make sure that my space is conducive for me. So now I have like random coworkers coming over to me, and they're always just like, Siobhan, just give me some of that energy. Like, I need it today. And so I've been telling them about podcasts and about, just taking time for yourself, and about affirmations and about intentions. And a couple of my coworkers have come up to me and they share these amazing stories about how just switching up their morning routine every morning has really helped shift their mindset and their perspective throughout the day. And I tell people, like, honestly, that is really what it's about. I had one of my coworkers come to me and she was like, Siobhan, like, I started researching these crystals and I've been listening to podcasts and Deepak Chopra, and she's really started to see some changes in her life. Not only see them, she shared with me a story of how she could physically feel some of the changes and the shifts, and how her body is literally kind of purging some of this negative energy and this stuff that's been pent up, and she's releasing it now. And she was just like, I never would imagine that I would have been a believer in these things, but she was like, Siobhan, like, this is real. Like, these things really work. These little small changes that you can make in your daily routine every day, man, it makes a world of difference. You learn how to center yourself a little bit better. You learn, honestly, how to not take stuff so seriously all the time. And for me, that's the biggest takeaway, because I can be at work and everybody can be upset. There could be a lot of stress, a lot of tension. And I tell everybody, like, at the end of the day, this is a job. Like, it's work. I tell everybody, like, every day, Siobhan takes her lunch. Honey, lunch break. I don't care if I ain't got no lunch. I bet you I'm taking a lunch and I'm going to go sit there for an hour and just breathe. And really, for me, I tell everybody, like, I literally have to get up, physically get up from my desk. I don't eat lunch at my desk because I feel like that's still sitting there and people are still going to bother you and make you work and ask you to do things. Nope. I will remove myself from my desk. I will go outside. I will go for a walk. I would just go sit in another place. Even if I ain't got nothing to eat for the day, I'll just sit there and take time for myself, and I laugh. I watch Netflix if I can. I listen to music when I can. I like to just sit there and laugh in the middle of the day and just smile, because I come back from lunch and I'm just like, hey guys, yep, just a couple more hours and it's time to go. And that makes a world of difference for me. And my goal, at least at my job, is to kind of spread some of that knowledge and information to other people. So it's been a really great journey. That's why I tell people I love to use beauty as a tool, because I've seen, not only in my own life, but in other people's life as well, the difference that taking those extra minutes for yourself, it can really mean both internally and externally as well. Intrinsically, we love the way things make us feel, but honestly, externally and extrinsically, you really enjoy the way that, you look, right? Like, I know people don't want to walk around looking tired and wearing their stress on their face. So it's something about taking an extra minute just to get dressed in the morning, going to buy yourself a new outfit. I had a client call me yesterday. I was in a grocery store and I had a client call me, and she was just like, listen, Siobhan, she was just like, I normally don't do this, but I took your advice and I went and I spent money on myself this weekend. She was just like, I was able to get new shirts for work and, new pants and new sweaters and new this and new that. She was like, I normally wouldn't do that. I would normally convince myself to use that money on something else other than me. She said, but I took the time and I did it. And she said it made her feel so good. And she's really excited about incorporating these new outfits and, little things into her daily routine. And she called me before and was just like, listen, I don't do that whole makeup thing, but I took your advice. She was like, I put a little tinted moisturizer on. She said, I put my moisturizer on, my little tinted moisturizer. She said, and my mascara and my lip gloss. She was just like, and people were just like, oh, girl, like, where are you going? She got these compliments. She said she felt so much better. So for me, what I do in my job, when I educate people, when I sit down with them and I really look at some of the things that they're trying to accomplish, right? Not only what are you trying to accomplish professionally in your job, but honestly, what are you trying to accomplish personally? What would this routine mean to you? What would this new shift in perspective? What would this new shift in affirmation? What would this new shift in intention really mean for you? What would it really do for your life, for your confidence, for your schedule, for that stress? What does that mean to you? And we talk about those things and we look at little ways that you can start to take time for yourself in the morning. I tell her, I love makeup. Don't get me wrong. I love love makeup. I love, to take my time when I can, but I know that's not realistic for me every morning. But I also recognize that that's not realistic for everybody. So what I like to do is kind of meet each client where they're at. Like, where are you at in your beauty routine? If you tell me, like, Siobhan, here's where I'm at now. Right now, I'm at some moisturizer and some lip gloss. Then I say, okay, cool. How much time would you really like to designate for a routine every morning? And if you say, well, Siobhan, honestly, I can give you 3 to 5 minutes, then we're going to talk about what type of routine can you put together and implement in the 3 to 5 minutes. That might not include contouring and highlighting and a full face of foundation and eyebrows, and that's okay, because it really is about making sure that you're using that time to be impactful and intentional and purposeful. So if you got 3 to 5 minutes, we're going to pack out the 3 to 5 minutes. Them going to be the best 3 to 5 minutes that you could have ever thought of, because it's about being realistic. And then I'm going to show you how to build off that 3 to 5 minutes and maybe go 5 to 10 minutes. And then once we went 5 to 10 minutes, what can you do to give me 15 minutes, right? So that you can see, like, wow, I can baby step myself into making sure I am setting time for myself every morning, or on those mornings where I do want to take a little bit more time to get dressed, or a little bit more time just to put a little bit more makeup on. I know exactly what to do. The number one problem that a lot of my clients tell me is, like, I have a desire to want to do a little bit more with my beauty routine, but girl, I don't know where to start. I got all this stuff. I have no clue. I have clients come to me all the time and they tell me how they just came from Sephora and they just came from this store and they just came from that store, and they have hundreds of dollars worth of product sitting in their home, if they're in their bathrooms. They don't know what to do with none of this makeup, right? So my thing is, let's talk about how to incorporate it. But when we incorporate it, let's make sure that it makes sense for you. And let's also make sure that you're using that time to affirm yourself, you guys. I'm all about empowerment. I'm all about inspiration. I am all about, like, living your best life on purpose, because I've seen the difference that it makes when you're able to tap into that potential, that full potential, and take you to, like, just the next level. It unlocks so much, so many opportunities, right? It just unlocks just a plethora of more positive energy coming in. Hey, Delisa, girl. She says, you look gorgeous, girl. Thank you. Deshania Graves. Hey, she says your skin looks flawless, girl. Thank you. I've been having some skin issues lately, y'all. So thank you. I really, really appreciate that. And then she says, you are talking about me. Listen, I know a lot of people have a lot of makeup sitting there. You don't know how to use it. You want to use it, but that's what I'm here for. That's what people like me, we're here for, so that I can show you, but it's not intimidating. Everybody don't highlight, everybody don't contour, and I get that, and I want to make sure that I simplify steps for you and make you help you create a routine that makes sense for you, but also give you some tools and some resources that you can use to expand that routine when you do have the time. So I will jump back in and say that the purpose of this video, I talked about giving up things that don't serve you. Delisa was on this podcast. Shout out to Delisa. She invited me on her podcast. She has a podcast. If you haven't checked out Delisa's podcast, make sure you go and subscribe. It is called the Delisa Carroll Collective. And she invited me to come onto her podcast, and I was speaking about purpose. And honestly, you guys, I'll tell anybody, I really don't like going back listening to myself talk, because I just think I sound weird. Like, all these videos I put on here, I'll never go back and rewatch them because I think I sound crazy. But when Delisa sent me the audio of the recording for this podcast, I actually went back and listened to it. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm so glad I did, because I had to remind myself of some things as well. For those of you who do celebrate Lent, don't celebrate Lent, whatever, Lent is a time from, Ash Wednesday up until Easter. You decide to give up something, right? You sacrifice something. So this year, and I usually don't do the whole like give up anything Lent thing, but this year I said I'm gonna do it. My siblings and I, we made a pact. We said we were gonna do it. I decided this year to give up self-doubt. And some of y'all might be like, girl, bye, that's not what this is about. No, I decided that I needed to give up self-doubt because I noticed that that was a barrier for me. There were so many things coming up in my life, so many opportunities I felt like I could take advantage of, but it's just that little bit of self-doubt that would creep in and convince me that I'm not worthy, right? Like that self-doubt would be like, girl, bye, who are you? Right? Who are you to talk about anything? You don't know nothing. So I decided that going into this season, I am going to give up self-doubt. So I have to really hit hard with my affirmations every morning, you guys. My thing that I tell myself now is closed mouths don't get fed. Like, I literally say that to myself every day. And the reason I tell myself that is because you can't expect people to know things about you that you've never verbalized to them. You can't expect people to know that you have these gifts, these skills, these talents when you've never said anything. You've never showcased, you've never shown anyone that you have these gifts, these skills, these talents. I have a quote that is taped to my wall, and I'll read it for you all. I love, love, love this quote. And I actually got it from a finance book of all places. But it says, we all have tremendous potential and we are all blessed with gifts. Yet the one thing that holds us all back is some degree of self-doubt. And I look at this every morning when I sit here at my beauty station, and it reminds me, you got to give up that self-doubt. You got to give up that self-doubt. So I'm a researcher. I love to research, and I love to tie anything that I'm speaking into fact, like evidence-based. That's just the type of person that I am. If you've never heard of this person, I definitely suggest you go and Google them, research them. There's this guy, his name is Maslow, and he has this pyramid. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or what they call the theory of motivation. And I love it because it's like different levels to motivation. Things that motivate us, our needs in our lives that motivate us to do more. And so Maslow has this pyramid. And on the first level of that pyramid, it's like your basic needs, right? So it goes from basic needs, and at the top of that pyramid is like your full potential. And that theory always stuck out to me. I learned that theory back when, long time ago, in one of my jobs, they were talking about this Maslow's the hierarchy of motivation. I'm just like, man, like, this is really interesting. And that just kept popping back into my head as I was trying to get clarity on my business. And like, why am I really doing this whole like makeup thing? Like, girl, about what you got all these degrees, you're doing makeup. What is you doing, child? You got to pay these loans back. But I always keep coming back to that. So I've decided, like, I'm going to use Maslow's hierarchy of needs, that theory of motivation, as my basis for what I do, because it is so true. And basically what this theory is saying is that, like, there's levels to this thing that we have, called life. There's levels to the things that we're striving for, the things that we are motivating and aspiring towards. And here's my thing. You can't reach your full potential if you still stuck on your basic needs not being met. Now, many of you may not be in that situation. You might say, you know what, honey, my basic needs are met. I got food. I got a job. I am safe. Like, these are some of the things that kind of antiquate that basic need, that first level. Then the second level, I believe, is like safety and security. Do you feel safe? We can't expect people to tap into their full potential if they don't feel safe. So you might say to yourself, you know what, Siobhan, I'm pretty safe. I feel very secure in my life. I live in a nice area. I have these things. I have people around me who support me. Okay, cool. Then that next level is like love and belonging. You might say to yourself, well, you know what, boo? I got all the love in the world. What is you talking about? And that's awesome if you have all the love, all the support. But here's what I want you to know. You'll never reach your full potential if those things are lacking. Because after the love and belonging, then it comes the self-esteem. Do you understand that you'll never tap into your full potential if you have self-doubt? And if you know, like I know, I'm trying to be me all the way. I am trying to live my best life on purpose. I'm trying to tap into every bit of my potential that I have. But I had to come to an understanding that, hey, Siobhan, you keep saying that you want to get to the top of who you are, yet you still lacking in some of this self-esteem area right here. You still have some self-doubt that creeps in that will always prevent you from tapping into your full self and fully who you are, from really standing in your purpose, from really living in full intention and full alignment. So sometimes we wonder why we don't get the jobs that we want. We wonder why we don't get the things that we're, striving for. The opportunities keep passing you by. You wonder why you're not in the room with the right people. Or maybe you're in the room with the right people, but the right opportunities aren't coming your way. Let me tell you something. The opportunities will never come your way. The job will never come your way if you continue to have that self-doubt. doubt. So if you like me and you realize that I'll never reach my full potential if I'm continuing to hold on to things that don't serve me, it's time to give them up. It is time to give them up. It's time to let them go. It is time to say bye-bye. Those might be things. Sometimes those are people who just aren't serving you. And it's not to say that you don't appreciate those people. It's not to say that those people don't serve you. But sometimes people were only meant to come on this journey with you to a certain point. And maybe you're at that point where you say, you know what? It is time for me to bid adieu to you and for me to continue on. And that's okay. People get mad when people grow apart. I don't get mad. I say, I appreciate you for coming, along this journey with me to this point. Now, at this point, you're going to go that way. I'm going to go this way, and we still going to be all right. Because, when they go that way, it's some other people that's there to meet them and carry them along the way. When you go this way, it's some other people that's waiting for you. They're waiting to carry you to your full potential. Okay, so listen, if you're like me, you're ready to let go of the self-doubt. You're ready to let go of the low self-esteem. It's time to tap into your full potential. But I just want to let you know, I'm telling y'all, Google Maslow. I love me some Maslow. You will never tap into your full potential if you are continuing to hold on to people, to things, to concepts, to ideologies, to theories that no longer serve you. Right? Like, you cannot say to yourself, I want to be a millionaire. Yet you're always living in a poverty mindset. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I got offended when somebody told me that. Oh my God, this was months ago. Almost a year ago, maybe. I remember I got offended. I was in New York. Delisa was there with me. I internally got offended. I ain't, let everybody see it. But I internally got offended when that lady looked at me and said, Siobhan, that's poverty talk. That's a poverty mindset. I looked at her like, Heifer, did you just say I was in poverty? Like, no, I'm not in poverty. Like, I used to be, but I ain't no more. I kind of got offended because I felt like she was attacking me. She wasn't attacking me. That woman hit the nail right on the head. We continue to say that we want to attain all of these things. We continue to say that we want these opportunities. We continue to say that we want to live our best life and I want to travel the world. Yet you're continuing to take on and keep that poverty mindset or that mindset of lack. And it no longer serves you, but you're trying to take it with you along the way. Those ideologies that have been ingrained in you since you were younger, right? And I get it because I grew up the same way. I grew up thinking like I'm gonna always be broke. Therefore, I have to hold on to every bit of money that I have because in my mind, that money's gonna run out one day. And if that money runs out, I need to make sure I keep this for myself just in case. And when you keeping that just in case over here, you're letting the universe know, I really don't trust you. I really don't believe you. Or if it's God that you believe in, that's what you're telling God. Like, I know you said you got me, but I'm going to keep this right over here because I really don't trust that I'm going to be okay when you said I'm going to be okay. Because you're still holding on to a thought process that no longer serves you. Honey, when they say you got to step out on faith, not only do you have to step, you got to stomp, you got to run, you got to fly, you got to jump, you got to hop, you got to two-step, whatever. You got to do that on that faith, the belief that everything's going to work out exactly the way that it needs to work out. I understand. Don't look cute all the time. I totally understand that. I get that sometimes when we say we stepping out on faith, it's like, whoa, faith. This is not how it was supposed to happen. So we step back. We go back into that mindset that says, you know what? I stepped out. It didn't work. I'm going to snatch back onto that old mindset that no longer served me. But this new faith was a little shaky. It didn't work out like how I wanted to. You got to let that go. You have to believe that everything is always working out for you. Even when it rains, honey, everything is always working out for you. Because let me tell y'all something about the rain. Let me tell you that magic happens when it rains. Okay, on those rainy days, when that rain is falling, that thing is watering the earth because guess what? New life is about to come through. New life is about to emerge. You would never get new life if it didn't rain. Right? And my thing too is you would never be able to appreciate the sunshine if you didn't know the rain. So I have found a new appreciation, a new love for those cloudy days, for those rainy moments, for those moments you just like, oh my God, Lord, what is going on? I have found to appreciate that. It don't feel comfortable all the time, but I appreciate it because I know and I understand something new is emerging in me. There is going to be a new growth that happens because of this moment, and I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for it. It don't feel good. Growing don't feel good all the time. You know, they call them growing pains for a reason. It don't feel good. It's not comfortable. It's not supposed to be. Comfort is going to keep you where you at. I'm ready to be uncomfortable because I'm ready to get some places that I've never been. I'm ready to attain some things that I've never had. Therefore, you got to be uncomfortable with that. You know, I posted a little photo yesterday. Y'all have a little ponytail, my little side ponytail going on. And I just said, like, my wife has been pushing me outside of my comfort zone. My wife know I don't like to be in front of the camera, but she's a photographer and she's trying to grow in her profession. She's trying to grow in her craft. And so she needs a model. And I'd be like, girl, I don't like being in front of the camera. Honey, let me tell you. I'm selfie queen. Selfie queen because I can see myself. I can control it because I do like control. I can control my angles, my facial expressions. Like, I can see it. Something I can control. But she is pushing me way outside of my comfort zone. And yesterday I was outside of my comfort zone. But I will say magic happened when I pushed outside of my comfort zone. I saw, you know, a part of me that I was like, oh, girl, honey, where did America's Next Top Model come from? But it really helped me tap into a different part of who I am, right? And we created something so beautiful, and I'm so proud of her. But we never would have done that if I would have been stuck in that I ain't doing it, I ain't going mindset. So I'm just telling y'all, you got to let go. Be willing to let go of some things that just no longer serve who you are, where you are, or honestly, where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, this is about forward mobility. This is about progress. This is about us moving forward, us progressing past where we are to get to this newfound point. This is about, you know, really moving towards the future. You can't do that when you're still stuck in the past. You keep looking behind you, you'll never know where you're going. So that was just my 5 cents for today. I just wanted to come on here. Well, tonight, I just wanted to come on here and just share that with you, and I guess get that just off my chest, because I'm telling y'all, more so than anything, I really be talking to myself. I think I just documented in the Facebook world, and just, hey, if somebody like it, they do. If not, then oh well, at least I have it for me. It's my way to purge. But I really wanted to encourage you this evening just to say, be willing to let go of some things that no longer serve you. I have been letting go of things that no longer serve me, and new opportunities have been emerging. I guarantee you all, like, this is nothing that I planned. This is nothing that I have really been trying to pursue purposely, but my schedule has been booked. Clients have been finding me out of nowhere. Opportunities have been presenting themselves. I went into this year saying that I wanted to put myself on a different platform. I love makeup artistry. I love being a beauty educator, but I always understood that I had so much more to offer. So many people used to be like, girl, you should go speak here. You should go speak there. So I went into 2018 saying, okay, Siobhan, you need to work on establishing yourself as a speaker. Right? Because you do have a testimony. I think we all have a testimony, and we should all be willing to share that testimony, when the time is right with the right audience. And I've really felt like 2018 was a time for me to step outside of my comfort zone and really use my words and my gifts and my skills to empower and impact the masses. So without even really trying, you all, I just have committed myself to saying no more self-doubt. So everywhere I am opening my mouth and telling people who I am, what I do, what I'm capable of, what my passions are, what I can offer them. And the opportunities have been pouring in. I have been able to book some speaking opportunities. I have clients calling me from out of nowhere. And I have so many other opportunities that are coming my way that I'm so excited about. I will share with you all that this year I will be participating in a book I will be a collaborative part on a book with one of my first business coaches. And I'm really, really, really excited about the opportunity. It's going to be a moment for me to share my story and just share really my story of overcome. That's what I like to tell people. I think we've all been through some things, there's no, debating that. However, I just wanted to share not about necessarily being there, but about overcoming, about saying, you know what, I was there, I'm no longer there anymore. And I'm growing, and you can continue to grow and overcome as well. So I'm so excited about that project. And I know that is going to open up some doors for me. Doors have already been open for me, and I'm really, really excited about that. So guess what? Let go of the things that no longer serve you and watch what happens. Watch how opportunities start coming your way. Watch how you start tapping into a part of yourself that you never even knew existed. You start sharing your skills, your talents, who you are, what you love with the world, and watch how people start to want to connect with you in a way that you never would have imagined, a way that's never been done before. I'm done yapping, you guys. I'm tired. I'm about to get in here and go to bed. But thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who hopped in on the replay, hello. Thank you for watching me babble about. If you want to learn more about who I am and what I do, you can simply go to my website, www.ShavonDotson.com. If you have any questions or if you just really want to connect with me, you can either inbox me or you can email me at Shavon@ShavonDotson.com. You'll have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening. And of course, always remember to be flawless. Bye. Mwah.